Bells and Belts. What's going on, baby? Coming back to you all on a Wednesday here with the tag team partners, Man Up and Joey. What's going on, fellas?
Oh, nothing. What's going on, kind sir? How y'all feeling?
Oh man, we're feeling good, man. We're at the halfway stage with our countdown there, Joey. This is 1995, and Generic Jobber. It's a great year for Jobber. So I guess we're gonna talk about a little bit of that Generic Jobber. Is your whole list a bunch of jobbers? I'm wondering.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh man, so we're excited. We're excited this week. I'll be back with you all. We're excited to be back on Facebook. We're streaming live on our business page. So this is another opportunity for you all to come on in and enjoy this awesomeness that we're going to bring to you in the year 1995. Joey, and you're muted. Joey, you're muted. There you go.
Oh, I'm unmuted. Oh, dang! I didn't know I was still muted. Yeah. No, I was sharing it into the group, so should be able to see the live feed into the group right now and click on to the business page. But yes, absolutely. 1985. We are about halfway there through the decade now, and this was we're going to get into this because this is a definitely interesting year. This was a year where, to me, the World Wrestling Federation was at some of its worst it had ever been. This was a garbage year for that company.
And we're going to dive into that, man. Yeah, this was rough.
Mabel was a friend of mine. But when the main event of SummerSlam is Mabel versus Diesel for the WWF Championship,
boy, it was a rough year.
WCW wasn't doing a whole lot better. This is the era with the
this was the year of transition. Because we all know what happened in 1996, and we're going to be diving into that next week. But this was truly like a year of transition.
Well, it was a year. We're going to get into also. It was a year of some groundbreaking stuff too.
Exactly. So absolutely.
Monday Nitro debuted in 1995.
It did. And. So we could definitely talk about some of the landmark moments from 1995 in the midst of our top tens. You know how we do on a Wednesday night when we do our top 10. We go from 10 all the way down to 1. Make sure you have your list ready, and we're gonna tackle it all right there. Right, Man Up.
Oh yeah, but before we get started, hey, ring that bell.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm sorry. I apologize for not wearing my Mall of America Pastamania shirt.
I know, brother. I saw you showed it to me offline, Joey. I'm surprised you ain't wearing it tonight, brother.
Oh yeah, I got to keep it nice.
Oh my! I was at the first night.
Did you have the Pastamania Platinum Swords? Did you have that?
Oh my gosh!
We're over there with the Hulk Street noodles and whatever they serve out of. I don't know what it is.
Oh boy! Oh, good deal. All right, we'll go and get this bad boy started, man. I'll go and get it started. We're gonna go ahead and start at number 10 with me. I got him in my list for the first time in this series. My friend introduced me to him. Like, have you seen this crazy dude that's freaking doing all kinds of crazy top rope moonsaults and with stuff with chairs and whatnot? Like, who's this? And I'm talking about Sabu. He came to my attention, and I was seeing all the different stuff that he was doing. Man, I'm like, wow. Okay. All right. Like, I'm kind of makes you wonder, like, is this dude legitimately crazy, whatnot? Hindsight being 2020, I would introduce he's the nephew of the original Sheik, and all the stuff he was doing in Japan and all that translating over to ECW and just trying to start define that brand. So got Sabu at number 10 for me.
Alrighty.
Sabu, man, I tell you what, I would have never thought this was a guy whose real first name is Terry. He had me thinking,
man. It's like you would think he had like a freaking killer name like Hulk or something, right?
Bombay, Michigan.
I know. Bombay. Oh, I'm having fun messing with Joey right now.
Oh man. All right, I'll go ahead and get us going with our next one. My number 10. Well, this is gonna be a guy that's famous for his hardcore matches and his multiple personalities. I'm talking about the three faces of Foley. And you know why
we're talking about 1995. I never heard of Mick Foley in 1995.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm calling him, Mick Foley.
It's Cactus Jack.
Yeah,
all day.
Yeah, I can't call. I'm not calling them all these crazy names. People who change their names.
But that was
I can't do it. I can't do it. I know a lot of times when people go from one promotion to another, they change their names. I know Mick Foley has the three faces of him and all that crap. But, yeah,
but that doesn't come to later.
Mick Foley.
But that doesn't come to later.
Yeah,
we're talking about 1995. The whole year he was Cactus Jack.
I know that. I know, but it's still the same person. But yeah,
I mean, that's like saying instead of Hulk Hogan saying, "I'd like to talk about Terry Bollea."
Exactly.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not calling them all of that stuff though. I can't do that one.
You can or you won't.
Both.
Boy.
All right.
I'm trying to be in the mindset of 1995 here.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All righty. So who you got?
All right.
Joey. Joey, is there any comments on our Facebook business page yet?
No, I haven't seen it.
Are they not no.
I just want to make sure.
We are live.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we are live, but I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I sent a test one. I had the very first message up there, so it does work from the business page.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify. Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, Joey. Number 10.
All right, for my number 10, this guy, I shared the video offline about this guy. Became a pretty nasty, hardcore guy in 1994. But by 1995, this guy was the ECW World Champion a lot of the year. And I'm talking about the Sandman.
Yeah. Okay.
And I want you to realize this isn't the weak, watered down bullshit you'd get in the Attitude Era.
Oh no.
This isn't a kendo stick in this man's hand. This man was swinging a cane, much like the Singapore cane that was used in Singapore when that guy, what was his name, Michael Fay or whatever, he got caned for vandalizing a car over there. That's literally how that came about, because that was going on in the media at the time, and this was what I want to talk about with ECW. Okay. While WWF and WCW were doing cartoonish, stupid characters. ECW was matching up with reality. They were meeting culture in real time, which wasn't happening in the World Wrestling Federation and didn't still for a couple of years. This wasn't happening in WCW. ECW was matching culture and media in real time with what was going on. So when this stuff was going on with this dude in Singapore getting caned, Paul Heyman suggested to the Sandman he cane Tommy Dreamer with an actual cane, not a weak little kendo stick, a cane. That man bled hard way during that, and the Sandman kept using that cane, splitting people's wigs during matches and stuff. But I enjoyed his 1995. I enjoyed his feuds with Mikey Whipwreck and Steve Austin. And then towards the end of the year, we'd see him start to work in a program with Raven that would come to a head in 1996. But we'll get into that in the next episode.
Okay.
But yeah, Sandman.
Yeah, then I'm sure we'll dive in a little bit more, Joey, about that level of reality and in ECW as we go on with the show as well. Let's check out the comments there, man up. Okay, we got Jerry King Lawler. I got to give props for him holding USW.
Yes, absolutely.
That belt is going to play later on my list. Okay, all right, good stuff. Axel Rotten, ECW took over for me this year. Axel Rotten and Ian Rotten. They won feud of the year for 1995. So I dug up my PWI the year in review. So yeah,
kind of a breakout year for Axel Rotten coming out of the tag team and becoming a single.
They were doing some crazy stuff, dude.
Terry Brunk at that rhymes with Terry Funk.
The irony, right?
Can't make it up. Can't make
Terry
Brunk versus Terry Funk.
Dear God. All right. Speaking of which, you brought up Terry Brunk. That's sad. But my number 9 is the man himself, Terry Funk. So go figure, right? Third of the year in WCW, then going back to ECW and helping being definitely one of the pioneers in ECW and whatnot. His impact was always felt there. Definitely more as we move along in the 90s, but we'll touch on that at that time. But I got Terry Funk at number 9.
Okay. All righty. I'm gonna go ahead and get to my number 9. That's going to be, well, this particular guy, I know he went by many names and we know him as one, but I'm calling him this particular name for a reason, because this is when he got started. Well, I ain't gonna say got started. Let me take it back. But let me just put it like this. This is my number 9. Talking about the Ringmaster. I know that's a name that, yeah, it's ridiculous, but gotta give this man credit. If this was a different year, he would be higher on my list with a different name. But I gotta give him a little bit of props there, because he was basically, I'm not gonna say get his feet wet, because his feet was already wet, but coming into his own as the megastar that he ended up being later on.
Well, he was barely in WWF in '95.
Yeah,
I know.
He
That's why he's low on my list.
He came in like late December of 95, and before that before he got fired, he was from WCW. He was in freaking
WCW, ECW. Yeah, I know.
So
yeah.
All right, Joe, who you got for your number 9?
All right, my number 9 is one of the most entertaining professional wrestlers that was on TV in 1995. And everybody going to shit on me for picking him, but I don't care, because, I gotta give this man what he truly deserves. I'm talking about the DI himself, Disco Inferno. Come on now. I know you had disco fever in 1995.
No, I did he come out in 95? Did he? I thought it was 96. But okay.
No.
Sure. Okay.
No. He debuted in WCW in 95.
Okay. Hey, you said okay. Okay. But yeah, freaking I know I wasn't expecting that in 1995.
But this dude, what I love about Disco, man, the guy would do anything to entertain a crowd.
Okay.
This guy literally does not give a shit. But anyway, we'll go on.
Okay.
I know he's on somebody else's list. Come on out there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hold our breath on that one. Let's check out who we got out there. We got Jeff Jarrett, who's in the IC title picture for most of the year with the brief USWA Unified title run. Okay, all right. Yeah. Eddie Guerrero. Okay.
Jarrett had that incredible match with was it the first In Your House with Shawn Michaels? It was either the first or second In Your House.
It was one of those.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
But they had that banger for the IC title. That was one of the best matches of on any show that year was Jarrett and Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
They tore the house down.
Good deal. All right, moving on. In 1995, I got Diamond Dallas Page. Had a run with the TV title. In 95, he was truly coming into his own. Transitioning from managing and coming into this role right here, which will later truly laying the groundwork for the or what was come for him in that WCW hierarchy later on. for him. So got DDP at number 8. He was most improved wrestler for 1995. Diamond Dallas Page. Oh,
yeah, he was TV champion in 1995.
That was it. Yeah. At that title run thing. Lost Johnny B. Bad. How long we have it? 95, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So had a good little feud with him. First the TV title, then he lost Kimberly and all that as well during that feud as well. So that was it was good. It was a good year for DDP.
Feuding with such top stars as the Booty Man.
And Johnny Bad too now.
Ed Leslie, the man of no talent but many faces.
Man, come on now, you know that. Come on now. Yeah, come on, you know that's your guy. Come on, Joey.
Hey man, I ain't hating on him. I mean, he carried Hogan's bags for years.
Hey, someone got to, right?
How about Hogan himself?
Do it. Man up, you're number 8.
How about Hogan himself carry his own bags? All right. Anyway, with that being said, my next one, I like that segue because my next one is a guy who do not like Hulk Hogan, who really wanted to get into fisticuffs with him because Hogan faked an injury, and I'm talking about this gentleman, The Undertaker. The thing is though, when it comes to him, why are you looking like this, Cedric?
No, I'm doing this explanation. Go.
What do you mean explanation?
No, you was talking. I didn't
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I had to put Undertaker on my list, and there's a reason why he's low on my list. Is another reason because I know he got started like in the late 90s, and I know he had won a championship. I think 2 championships by this time, by 1995. But if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on this one. But I think that Undertaker I did not really like until later on in his career. That's the reason why I put him low on my list.
Okay. Sure. Joey, number 8.
All right, I've got the shooter, Dean Malenko.
Okay.
At this point, Dean was in ECW for a lot of 1995, most of 1995.
Yeah.
Had great matches with Eddie Guerrero there. We know they had a long series over the ECW television title. This guy was tearing it up. It was my first exposure to a guy his size that could grapple the way he did. Definitely. And this is one of the things people don't realize about ECW. It wasn't all hardcore. You had him, and I definitely liked him in that role with Shane Douglas and everything there as a member of the original Triple Threat when it started up. So Dean in ECW was something to behold if you've never seen it.
Yeah, he was a dual champion at a time as well in the 95 as well. So,
for a very short period of time.
Very, very short period of time. So yeah, good deal. All right, let's check around the horn and see what we got. All right, the Extreme Superstar Steve Austin. He's working. ECW cannot be overlooked, especially the promo he cut that still rings true to this day. Yeah. So yeah, the Extreme Superstar Steve Austin
took a whippersnapper from Mikey Whipwreck long before he did the stunner.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Battle Source agrees with you, man. Up, we got to take her at number 8. So good deal. Go ahead and keeping this party going. At number 7, I do have Jeff Jarrett. I saw him out there on the list. Running with the Intercontinental title. Like Joey was saying, had some great matches with Shawn Michaels. Definitely showing why he is great. So yeah, Jeff Jarrett at number 7. So good deal. Man up.
All righty. Well, my number 7 is going to be. How can I introduce this guy? I can't think of nothing top of my head, so I'm gonna just go ahead and bring him up. Talking about Sting. Now, when I started watching a little bit of WCW, this was the first guy I saw. Oh, well, one of the first guys, I should say. Okay. And not the very first, and so I did like his athleticism for a guy that seemed to be, I don't know how tall he was, but seemed to be
about 6'2".
Oh, okay. he's like I said, he seemed to be real tall, and I liked a lot of stuff that he was doing. So I kind of got into some of the stuff that he was doing. So I had to give him a little bit of credit because when I started watching WCW back in, I want to say it was like 93 or 94, he was one of the people I was watching the most. So I had to put Sting on my list. All right, Joey, who do you have next?
All right, a guy that later on, a few years later, would become a friend of mine, actually. But I was a big fan of his in USWA. He's also making appearances in the World Wrestling Federation in 1995. I'm talking about the legendary Brickhouse Brown.
Okay.
You already know. You already know. He was actually having quite a few matches in 1995 and almost got hired up there that year. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. But he was killing it in Memphis. He did both singles and tag team that year and was very successful. I always enjoyed Brickhouse.
All right. Good deal.
Okay.
All right. Generic Jobber agrees with you, man up. So he got the man called Sting. Was U.S. champion for most of the year. Still a franchise of WCW. Okay. Good deal. We're making pretty good time with this. We're already at number 6. At number 6, I got the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. He constantly he had an Intercontinental title run during this time as well. But I know like after WrestleMania of this year, after losing the Diesel, first we won the Royal Rumble at the beginning of the year. Then I had the match at WrestleMania, then got double turned on by Sid the night after WrestleMania after losing the Diesel. So there was that. Then came back. Then won the Intercontinental title. Then wound up losing it. Well, not he didn't lose the title. He
lost it to the same. He lost it to the same person. He lost his first one to the greatest champion of all time, Vacant. God damn it. He lost his first and third IC title and some of his WWF championship runs
to Vacant.
Man,
I wish I could have Vacant's freaking man. He got a little bit of everything, man. Good Lord.
Yeah, he won them all.
He won them all, man. He got a little bit of everything. So yeah, I got Shawn Michaels at number 6, man. Up.
All right, my number 6. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this guy because I know he's on somebody else's list, and I'm talking about Jerry Lawler.
Okay.
Of course, what would I be if I didn't mention Jerry Lawler at this particular time? Whew. I mean, come on now. This is Jerry the King Lawler, great wrestler. I know born in Cleveland, but well known in Memphis and a lot of things he's done. Yeah. And then also too, a lot of things he's done at this particular time in WWF at that time as well. So like I said, I'm not gonna spend too much time on him because I know, he's gonna come back up on someone else's list. At least I believe
he's my number 6 as well.
Okay.
Well, never mind.
Jerry was literally on top of the stuff that he was doing with WWF. He was still doing the stuff with USWA. He even had a run in Smoky Mountain as well with Cornette. So, he was literally everywhere. So,
a little known fact: if you've never seen this is off topic, but talking about Smoky Mountain Wrestling in 1995, Shawn Michaels defended the WWF Intercontinental title in Smoky Mountain against Nature Boy
Buddy Landell. I remember that show. Like it was crazy because that was like at the tail end right before I went into the Army, and it was like I would get Smoky Mountain shows like here and there, whatnot. Yeah. That was the Super Bowl of wrestling. They called it. So they had the Undertaker on that show as well. I want to say
Future Kane. Yeah,
against the it was Unabomb. You went against Unabomb. Then he had Shawn Michaels defending the Intercontinental title against Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Who was a big deal out there in Smoky Mountain, whatnot. So that was a good working relationship that WWF had Jim Cornette and Smoky Mountain Wrestling at that time. But Buddy Landel, when he's on, he was on, but it was a lot of the in between stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah. All right. So we're halfway through this. We got any other number sixes out there?
Number 6.
Gotta be Isaac Yankem.
Derek Jobber got the Sandman. Platinum Sword says he got Lawler at 6.
Yep.
And Generic Jobber said the fact that most of us has Jerry Lawler on top of the top list says something about how great Lawler was.
Yeah, and you mentioned Sandman being a double champion as well. Too Cold Scorpio, his championship partner, was also the television champion at the same time. They had all the gold.
Yeah, so good deal. We're over the halfway part, the second half of our countdown. We thank everybody for keeping up with us. Let's go and keep it going. And number 5, I have Bret the Hitman Hart. He had feuds and more freaking feuds, man. Coming out of 94, losing the title, had continuously feuding with Jerry Lawler for the portion of the year. Isaac Yankem, the aforementioned Isaac Yankem, that's your boy, man up. So I'm surprised.
He's number one. We already know.
He better be number one, man. As much as he likes that guy, man. Not number one. I'll be freaking shocked. But win the title back from Diesel at Survivor Series. So Bret Hart definitely keep it busy in 1995. Got him in the list at number 5.
Y'all gonna have to wait and see. Is Isaac Yankem? Well, I ain't gonna pick all these names, but anyway, he's on my list at all? So y'all gonna have to wait and see. All right, my next one.
Probably not. We'll go with that.
Hey, you might be surprised. Just saying. You don't think you're gonna be surprised?
Man, this is you we're talking about here. Let's be real.
What? You don't think you're gonna be surprised?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Well, my next one. You start talking about Bret Hart. That's my number 5. Owen Hart.
Okay.
You know, also too had a great year as well too. You know, I love this man's technical. I mean, excuse me, not technical. I meant to say abilities in the ring to get things done. And
he spent most of 95 in a tag team, though.
I know he did. I was just finna ready to say that. But I was finna ready to mention something else. But I'm gonna wait for another episode before I mention that. But guy, Owen Hart as my number 5. I know he spent a lot of the year in a tag team, but some of that year he wasn't. That's why he's on my list.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, who do you have as your number 5?
All right, this is gonna be interesting because part of this guy's 1995 was pure garbage.
Damn.
I'm talking about Shane Douglas.
Yeah.
Good God. How you take a guy with a character this hot that can cut a scorching promo like that,
And
that's really coming into his own character and on fire, and completely botch his entire career in a few months. And that's what the World Wrestling Federation did in 1995.
He's my number 4, Joey.
Stupid ass gimmick, put him in it, and then expected him to care and want to get it over.
Yeah.
Shane Douglas was not in WWF but like 6-7 months.
Exactly, man. It's like coming off of that. Yeah, he was hot at that time, and he was.
You got a picture from like 1997 on their 8.
Yeah, I know exactly. But you know, it's all good. but it's like, yeah, 1994. Yeah, he was hot. He was
even the first part of 1995. He didn't debut in the WWF till mid-year.
Exactly, man. So he had a couple. He defending the title and everything.
Yeah. Part of it, as the story goes from Shane and other people, is that they didn't. You know, the Clique didn't like Shane automatically.
Yeah.
Because he was buddies with Candido too. and they didn't like that, so they decided to kibosh and shit all over him the whole time and try to sandbag his whole career there. They ended up injuring him. Razor did, I believe, and then he on purpose, and then he ended up leaving the company shortly after and nursing an injury for a few months and returning to ECW in like April of '96. But yeah, to take a guy that hot and you can't figure out what to do with him.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we already covered my number 4. We're gonna go back and catch these 5s there real quick.
Let's see. Platinum Swords.
Got Muto. Okay.
Okay.
Nothing one IWGP title.
That was his number 5. Okay.
Sabu.
Got generic jobber. Got Sabu.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I think that might be his number 4. So
no. I think you're just making for all of 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Yeah. So
all you had to do was bring him in as the franchise Shane Douglas, and give him a run.
Oh, what? Yeah. Come on now. You know your boy Vince ain't doing that.
No, because he was oblivious to the rest of how over this guy was and how many people actually knew who he was already. Anyway,
you know he lived in this free. For years he lived in that his freaking bubble. That it was WWF, and that was the only thing, man. So you know that was the bubble he had.
Lord knows if Vince was still running it now, we would never know what Tama Tonga and Tangaloa would have come in as. Can you imagine?
I don't want to. I don't want to because I'm sure that yeah. Oh boy. Keeping the party going. We already covered my number 5 there, man. Let's go ahead and take it to yours. Your number 4.
Number 4, yeah.
Yep.
All right. My number 4 is going to be Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Mr. Double J, we talked about him already. And, I see Run as well, too, at that particular time. Love this guy. You had to put him on here as well, too, Jeff Jarrett.
Okay.
He won the belt like 3 times in 6 months. That title was flopped around a bit.
Yeah. We won one of that Royal Rumbles, and then Razor win it back. Then he won. Hold on, let me look at it. Hold on. He beat Razor, then beat Bob Holly, then Razor. I guess it was held up. Then Razor Ramon beat him again. Then Jarrett beat him again. Then Shawn Michaels beat Jarrett. Yeah. It was a lot of moving pieces. Yeah, in 1995 for the Intercontinental title, man. Yeah. So.
And the fact that Bob Sparkplug Holly almost won the belt.
Exactly.
Oh well, that would have been bad.
It was a controversial finish, brother.
Oh God, it was a controversial idiot. They put never mind. That's the kind of characters they had. A guy with a mullet as a race car driver in 1995.
Oh, hey man, hey.
About 7 years earlier, that'd have been red hot.
You said NASCAR wasn't hot in 1995? I mean, it was still hot.
Yeah, but people weren't into that corny stuff in 1995, and they weren't people weren't wearing mullets.
Yeah, how does that be in 2020? Yes, it was a transition. It was a transitional year. Folks don't really talk about 1995 for WWF and then WCW for that matter in glowing freaking reviews, man. And like you said earlier, probably one of the best things that happened out of that year was Nitro debuting. So and that was a catalyst for things to come. So yeah. And generic Jobber, hey, how you really feel, Jobber? Really? No, you ain't care about Bob Sparky Plug?
What is he saying now? I didn't get to see it.
Well, okay. I wanted to. I'll go ahead and bring it up. There you go.
Nobody cared about Bob Sparky Plug. He went the Sparky with the Sparky Plug, Bob Sparky Plug. He went through the names. Thurman Sparky Plug. Yeah, he went through some names, man.
That's too many damn names to remember, man. Forget all that. Yeah, this is why I remember you as. I mean, yeah, I know they had different names as they changed their character and all that crap. Went from one promotion to another. But that's too many damn names.
That was all the same damn promotion there, man. Oh, shit. I mean,
that's too many damn names.
Bob Holly had one thing that was going for him. He had teeth so damn big he could eat apples like a horse.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
What wow. Damn, Joyce?
Golly. Really?
Somebody draw that up. Post it on
no.
All right, man. Number 4.
Joey, number 4.
Oh, Joey, number 4. Sorry.
All right. So another guy I feel like that was really building his character in 1995, really doing great stuff. The ultimate baby face at this time. I'm talking about Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This angle, turning him into being one of the top baby faces in ECW, the way they did it is a freaking masterclass on how to build a baby face. Because
to the ultimate. Good Lord.
I mean, he was a pretty boy, you know, and everybody knew it. He's a good-looking guy, and so they had to figure out. The crowd was booing him a lot because of that.
Yeah,
he did, but they made Tommy Dreamer hardcore. Like they told us that he could take it, doing what he did, having the matches he was having, even with the Sandman in 1995 and crap were freaking bonkers. And then he started working with Raven in 1995 and building that whole feud up with Beulah McGillicuddy. Good Lord, there was a lot of heat in that. But that whole storyline they created with Tommy and Raven being, Tommy being the jock in high school and bullying, kind of treating Raven like shit. And, that stuff was really well done. But him taking the beatings he did. Jesus. And Tommy Dreamer wasn't winning too many matches during this time. He never beat Raven until Raven left in 96 or 97 for WCW. Like every match they were having, Raven found a way to defeat Tommy Dreamer. And but it built him. It was formative for him, and it built him into such a great baby face.
Getting over and being over.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer was over. Like Rover, and he didn't need wins to freaking do it, man. So yeah, even I go back to this day and freaking look at those freaking lashes from the Sandman to Dreamer, man. And I freaking cringe. I'm like, Jesus,
he had like an X of blood on his back where it started bleeding and stuff. It's like, dang, man.
Thank you, man. I have another. Like, are you insane? Jesus, man.
Woman talking trash the whole time, like trying to get him to bow down and kiss her feet. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't coward his way out. He took the beating, and he took more than 10 shots too, because Sandman gave him that 11th lick right upside the head.
Jesus. Boy, talk about building freaking sympathy. Jesus, man. Yeah.
They could. Right. These guys need to go back and watch this stuff and see how it should be done.
Jesus, yeah. We got some comments there, man. Up. Yep.
All right, generic job. We got Razor Ramon and his number 4.
That's a fact. He was the USWA Unified World Heavyweight Champion.
Platinum Swords also got Razor Ramon number 4.
Okay.
If there was ever a time for him to be WWF champion, it probably would have been in '95.
Exactly, man. Yeah, he was on that good trajectory, holding on the IC title.
That's perfect right there. Talking about Dreamer, he won the fights, but he never won the matches. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, and number 3, I had Razor Ramon as well. So that was definitely a good caveat. When I had a stranglehold on the IC title for a good portion of the year. So yeah, got Razor Ramon at number 3.
He won the title from Vacant later in the year.
He did win the title from Vacant later in the year. He did. Carried it to Royal Rumble in 1996. We'll get into that next week.
I should have put Bacon up on the screen.
Man, shoot, hey, man, shoot, Bacon. Don't you know how over Bacon is? Jesus, man.
Why he's not in the Hall of Fame, man?
Hey, it's only a matter of time, man. It's only a matter of time. All right, man. At number 3.
Maybe next year, I guess.
Maybe what Hall of Fame? Because
I don't know.
You know,
I think all of them. All of them.
Choose one.
All of them. Can't choose one. All of them.
I mean, the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame is an actual Hall of Fame. The WWE Hall of Fame is not.
So yeah,
there's no physical Hall of Fame.
Well, like I said, but still choose one though. There ain't no Hall of Fame. Bacon shouldn't be. All right, number 3 for me, it's going to be. We talked about this guy already. I don't care what no one says. His feet touched the damn ground. I don't care what no one says. Both of his feet touched. That's what I saw. I'm sticking to it. Don't care. Whatever. Y'all gonna say 1. You're gonna say no, it didn't. His
well,
feet
then
touched.
Davey Boy must be ranked higher.
with that logic, so I'm waiting to see the rest of you list off of that logic alone.
Okay, but
Okay.
yeah, his feet touched. I don't care. Shit, fuck that. Shit.
We get an F-bomb from Man Up on the show. I love it. Thank you, Man Up.
Take it away from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels hung onto that rope for dear life.
He did, man.
He did. He did.
I don't know how he did it.
I watched that. That's when they didn't have all the camera angles, of course, back then. But still, I don't care. His feet touched. Referees just wanted to keep the match going. That's all it was.
I want to say that may be in the Jordan. You probably correct me on this, but I want to say like that's when they like truly like start watching like two. That's like emphasizing like 2 feet touching the ground and folks hanging over the threads, skinning the cats and whatnot. He went over the top rope, but he didn't hit the floor. So that like truly like brought a different aspects to battle royals at that point with Shawn Michaels doing that, coming back in, then knocking Dave Boy over the ropes and winning the Royal Rumble. So
it's around the time Shawn Michaels started kind of doing the thing, whatever you call it, where you hang on to the ropes and pull yourself back up, kind of a la Ricky Steamboat.
Yeah.
He kind of got that from Ricky because Ricky did that a lot back in the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Saw that live in the feud with Macho Man. So
yeah.
Absolutely. Man up.
Joey.
Oh, Joey.
Oh yeah. All right. Number 3 is.
Well, why you saying me?
Mine is the Extreme Superstar Steve Austin.
The Extreme Superstar Steve Austin.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I enjoyed him earlier in the year. Stunning Steve still coming back, having some matches. He had a lot of great matches in WCW before and even after they fired him, he actually had matches in WCW after he was fired. Even they still booked him back up there, and he had come back up there even after he made his ECW debut. But yeah, the stuff with the Sandman, Mikey Whipwreck, some of the stuff he was doing up there, him going out of his way to put Mikey over and try to get him over as a star there was great. Because it was around that time, Paul E. wanted Austin to be the ECW World Champion. Austin refused because he knew where he was trying to go anyway. So he did the right thing and try to put those guys over before he left, which is what you should do. You shouldn't be selfish at that point. You should be trying to build the territory up before you leave. And he did that.
So kudos to him on that one. So good stuff.
Number 3. That was my favorite.
Awesome. Going around the horn.
Alrighty. Platinum Swords has
Dreamer. Okay.
Dreamer at number 3.
Okay.
That's what's and Generic Joe said Bacon gonna show up in 2000 for a lot for WCW.
We got a while before we hop on 2000s, man. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Finn Balor's always mad because the only Universal title he had, he lost to Vacant.
Vacant, man.
Damn. See, I told you Vacant should be in all of the Hall of Fames. All of them.
That's it.
All of
them. You can't pick not one.
Just saying. We got Driver said he has Muto at number 3. Okay.
Generic
I thought you already picked Muta for what? Was that Platinum Swords?
Platinum Swords. Oh, Platinum Swords.
He must have picked Muta earlier. I thought for some reason I thought Generic Jobber picked Muta already. I'm like, you picking him again? He's on your list twice. No.
Hey, that must mean how good he was.
So nice you got him twice. All right, we make a pretty damn good time, but I already know the conversation that me and Joey got to have during this show. So I think we're gonna have some time with it. My number 2, I got Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson again winning the WCW TV title at the beginning of the year. Man, the man that is synonymous with it. I always love freaking Arn's body of freaking work, man. So yeah, I got Arn Anderson at number 2.
Isn't that the match you said you was at, or was it another one?
No, that was that was Halloween Havoc '94.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right.
Yeah, so, but yeah, Arn Anderson at number 2.
Alrighty. Well, my number 2, we talked about this guy already, talking about Bret Hart. Okay. And of course, you know why I got him featured right there with The Undertaker. I ain't finna get into that. We already know.
Is that Waylon Mercy behind them?
Is it?
I can't tell.
Damn sure is. That is Waylon Mercy.
I can't tell.
I can tell with them white pants and that Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, it sure is.
I need to put my glasses on. I can't tell.
Good Lord. Yeah, that is Waylon Mercy.
Wow.
It's all in Waylon Mercy's hands. Good old Dan Spivey, man. I love it, man.
All right. Who you got the number 2, Joey?
Well, number 2, I got the man called Sting.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, talk about a transition year for somebody too. Sting was but Sting was, this was a year he did spend a lot of time as U.S. champion, and Luger came back to the company around this time. So I loved that angle where he and Luger were friends, but Luger was working heel.
That was a crazy dynamic, man.
It was good. That was some pretty good writing, though, at the time. That was some good stuff he did. And Luger aligning himself with Jimmy Hart late in the year and stuff. And that was interesting. Interesting dynamic. And Sting still taking up Hogan wanting to get at Luger, but Sting still saying, no, Luger's cool. But Luger's still healing. That was pretty good.
Awesome. All right, we go out there to the crowd. We got
he never won a belt, but retire. I don't know who you're talking about in that one.
That's true. Yeah. Freaking Bacon won belts, whatnot, but retired.
Bacon gets the belt when they retire. He got Edge's belt.
I'm just saying. All right, General Jobber got Bret Hart. Dude was the workhorse, absolutely, no doubt about that. And Vader,
except he spent most of the year shitting on him like they always did. Whatever.
Jesus, it got Vader at number 2. Hated that Hogan squashed him that whole year. Yeah,
we were talking about that offline too, but okay.
Yeah, and that boggled me. Like he had the feud with Vader. Vader hit hard. Hogan don't like to get hit. I'm just saying he don't.
But we don't like nothing. Don't get me started on. I was trying to be nice because I put a link in the chat. Excuse me, I'm sorry. My mind is all over the place. I put a link in the chat earlier about what Mick Foley and Hogan was beefing with each other. And boy, I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, Mick Foley went in.
I mean, Hogan was kind of right though.
Yeah,
about Hogan.
He was right, but that ain't the point, though. The point is, goddamn, why you starting beef with people? You grown ass man, golly.
It's the same, but when you compare, when you see the comparison, like he is right.
I didn't say he wasn't. I never said that. I never said it.
Foley's a dude. This is another discussion for later when he does win the WWF Championship. But to me, he's a guy that never should have ever been a world title put on him. He just never was. He never was world champion material. He still isn't.
No argument.
We'll save that for another year.
No arguments here. And I like Foley, but no arguments here.
He's not a storyteller. He's not a guy that knew how to work on top. That's why his title reigns were super short.
Yeah. Fair enough. We'll dive into that. We're gonna dive into it. Number one time. We're at number one. We're number one. My number one is the comeback. Had the comeback of the freaking year. Come back into
Isaac Jacob. Oh
no. What the hell's the matter with you? What? Macho Man Randy Savage, man. He debuted in WCW late the year before, and came back, and we're firing all cylinders with my main man, the Macho Man, winning the WCW title at the end of the freaking year. So I got my main man. If I can get him in my pose,
Hogan still wouldn't put him over.
He still wouldn't put him over. I'm like, come on, dude. It's like, he couldn't let him have his freaking moment, man. I'm like,
Hogan never got eliminated. He got pulled under the bottom rope. He just couldn't lose that of the battle royal.
He can't even lose in the man. Can't even lose in the battle royal, man.
So again, I say it's Mick Foley wrong. All right.
But in that grand scheme of things, like,
oh no, he's selfish as shit. Hogan was.
Yeah, he is. But on the same thing, Hogan ain't wrong for what he's saying. Like he made money, and he ain't had to set himself on fire and do all those stuff. To
Macho Man was always right that Hogan's out there always hot dogging and grandstanding. I'm just
saying. True, absolutely.
And he was still doing it in 1995.
Absolutely.
All right, my number one. We talked about this guy before, several times. He had a stranglehold on the IC title. Talking about this particular gentleman.
Oh my God! You said stranglehold.
Get out, Max.
Oh my God!
I give up with you, man. I give up.
Why? Why?
You are such a freaking loyalist. One.
What?
I'm just gonna go back to your number 3, who said he wasn't eliminated. So you made it seem like you was gonna put Davey Boy Smith up there.
I never said that. You said that.
No.
I never said that.
No,
you said it. I never made it seem like nothing. I just said he wasn't eliminated.
But
is that not what I said?
That's what you said. But
your tone, is that making it sound like I said something?
Your tone.
Nope. I never said it. I said he never his feet never touched the floor. His feet did touch the floor. I'm sorry. That's what I said. No, I never said nothing about no Davey Boy Smith.
All right. No,
you got excited.
All right, I'm moving on. I'm done.
Razor Ramon, not to be confused with Japanese wrestling legend Razor Ramon Hard Gay.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Joey.
All righty. Joey, you're number one.
All right. To me, this guy had the best character development, and I don't think people really give this man credit. This guy's character changed the entire wrestling business to me. This guy's character ushered in.
Joey, I should press pause because we're going to get discussion. Go ahead and hit up the other number ones because we're going to close the show with Joey's number one. Okay. I promise you. So go ahead and show the rest of them. Okay, we got Masawa with the Triple Crown champion. Okay, and the man with the left vacant. So David,
that was mine. No,
he said he got Diesel. So,
oh, Diesel.
Oh God. Okay, but yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Generic Jobber knew who I was talking about.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Joey. Yeah. So
to me, this man's character changed the entire wrestling business. Up again, WCW, WWF still with corny ass characters, still with stupid ass characters and stuff like that. The reason I really had nobody from the WWF on my list this year is because I was not watching WWF in 1995. Right. I turned that shit off. For how they were booking it. I didn't want to see Diesel as the WWF champion. To me, that was lame as shit. He was talentless to me at the time. But this man's character to me changed the entire thing. It was the first time to me, again, like I said with the Sandman, that wrestling met the current culture. When you look at culture in 1995, all around America, grunge music was really big. You had a lot of people that dressed this way. You had a lot of people that really understood where this character was coming from. And this man himself dressed this way, and Diamond Dallas Page gave him the idea for the character, telling him he needed to have like an alternative type character. and kind of go with and not be a chicken shit heel, but be more of a badass heel. And Scott Levy at the time didn't know how to do that, but this character brought that out of him. And he, for the first time, after Johnny Polo and Scotty Flamingo, where he was the chicken shit heel, he became a badass heel. He had the character to where, there were no limitations on him. And this man, I really think, is responsible. And honestly, ECW in general at this time, not just Raven, but Raven was a big part of what ushered in the Attitude Era. Like everything about this character was met with culture. And then a year to 2 years later, then the big two caught on and decided, oh crap, we got to stop with the corny characters and meet real reality and bring it into wrestling, meet the current culture, the current state of things in the world and bring it in. And again, that's Raven.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I'm going back to 1995 from my personal perspective. I was WWF, WCW. I was introduced to ECW by my friend Keith, who introduced me to Sabu and whatnot. I saw that character, the Raven character, in 1995. I saw that character. I couldn't grasp it. I couldn't understand it. So it was truly lost on me, Joey, from that aspect. Hindsight being 2020, I get it, because of that whole spectrum. And you guys can chime in the chat as well as to what you all thought of the Raven character. But I know me, growing up in inner city Detroit and whatnot, the whole grunge, the whole alternative. That level of that character, that mindset, whatnot, I wasn't really privy to. Perhaps something I didn't like Raven until the following year. So I always respect talent for what they do. I just didn't. I had a hard time grasping the character itself. At that point in time, and definitely not to knock anything that hindsight being 2020 again. That was truly groundbreaking, because ECW was doing a lot of that stuff, man. They really were.
Right. And speaking of other things in culture, the Gangstas. Coming up in ECW in 1995, the Sandman really catching on, being that drunk, that the different things like that. Good point, Generic Jobber. That's the thing about it. Raven, what Scott Levy was capable of that none of those other guys were capable of is that cerebral promo, that deeper, darker type of presentation that the rest of the guys. There were, again, a lot of great talent, a great talent. Gangstas kind of met you at that, what was in culture too at the time.
Exactly. So I had caught a little bit of a promo that New Jack cut on Smoky Mountain, and they had to bleep a lot of stuff out. So I'm like, I felt him on that one. I'm sorry, because I felt him on that one. So I grasped that. I understood it. But yeah. And this was 1995, in which the wrestling companies didn't really try to. It really wasn't in tune to what was mainstream. It was big on characters, provide the show and whatnot, and ECW was truly like hitting hard. Like, okay, yeah.
Imagine if somebody like that had debuted on WWF in 1990, sometime in 1995 or even 1996. We can get into that next episode.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. But what New Jack lacked, he couldn't really wrestle. And he couldn't really tell the stories in the ring. And that's what Raven could do. Raven, if you listen to Scott Levy's career history, this is a guy that came when he was coming up in Portland. rode with the booker and learned at the grappler Lynn Denton, and learned all this genius mentality of booking and things like that. Levy's come up in the business and the things he was able to get, the fact that he had already had careers in WCW and WWF prior to this, to where he gained a lot of knowledge and just didn't want to go. Vince McMahon, Scott Levy was an office employee in the World Wrestling Federation prior to this. He wasn't under a talent contract. He was an employee of the company. He was a producer. In 1994, he was producing a lot of what you saw on Monday Night Raw and a lot of the programming in the World Wrestling Federation. So a lot of people don't realize that. He was booking a lot of stuff. He was producing a lot of stuff. He was directing television for the World Wrestling Federation. So this man had an education on wrestling at a level we can't even comprehend by 1995. And so just the fact that this character, him able to cultivate it, working with Paul Heyman to kind of understand it. Paul Heyman even said he kind of wanted to be Raven. He liked the character so much. He couldn't obviously pull it off either, but he really enjoyed Raven. He wanted to be Raven.
I'm kind of with Cedric on this one. I didn't like it at first, and I didn't understand it. It took me a few years to like it and to understand it. But after I did get, a lot of people, I guess you could say, live like that, and that's what I guess is what he was going.
Definitely gravitates to that. Yeah,
and I grew up in a part of Houston where it was multicultural. I mean, if you could think about who the person would be, it was there. That's how places I went to school, worked, all that stuff. The neighborhood I played in, all that was multicultural. So I seen it and didn't understand it, didn't like it. But I did start to like it, like maybe 4 or 5 years later down the line.
Vince McMahon still didn't get it in 2000.
So we're not alone. So we're not alone.
Well, the difference is you guys didn't know. Yeah, Vince McMahon was out of touch.
Just saying. So awesome guy.
I can't say nothing.
Great show. So 1995 is the bridge for what we're going to see in 1996. So we thank everybody for tuning in and watching us and whatnot. We appreciate everybody watching us on YouTube there, man. Up.
Oh man, thank y'all for watching us on YouTube. I appreciate the comments. But I gotta say this here real quick. We almost at that 1,000. Y'all know what's gonna happen when we get to that 1,000. We just right there at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a line from Joey. Go ahead and tell everybody to create fake accounts so we can get there. So y'all can go ahead and get these prizes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta create. Go ahead and create some fake accounts. Go tell your next door neighbor. I know they don't like wrestling, but still, go tell them and say.
Reach about 6-7 YouTube logins. And every time we're on the air, I want you to log into all of them from different devices and help us pop a rating.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
With that being said, Joey, guess what? Guess what's going on Facebook? Can you tell us?
I was hoping you'd tell me because you see. I'm like, huh? On Facebook, we started a business page, and we're posting a lot of our videos to Reels on our business page, and we're also live there tonight. So in case you don't want to watch us on YouTube or you want to just check us out on Facebook, go on over to the business page. Make sure you follow and like because we're dropping a lot of content there, and it would really help us out as well. Tonight we shared the link into the Facebook group. So we're going to try to do that every week too. So you can click on that. It'll take you to the business page. And since you clicked on the business page, you might as well go ahead and follow and like while you're there.
Exactly. So, all right. 1996 was a landmark year in professional wrestling. Guys, we're gonna have our top 10s. We're gonna dive into all things 1996. I don't know. We may go a little bit over time next week. We shall see, because 1996 was definitely one of those years. So you guys stay tuned. Like you guys keep coming back. We're gonna keep bringing it to you. For Man Up and Joy, I'm your boy Cedric D. We're gonna see you guys here next week here on Bells and Belts.
You know it.